vice versa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I think that's one of the things that really allows you to have a good feel for your voice is going in and recording and being able to play around with it and figure out what pockets you sound good in, what beats you sound good in, and stuff like that. So that's definitely an advantage, a built-in advantage that's there as an artist to be able to experiment and experience those things like that. And even just having that type of accessibility to the studio, I think is really good for growth and evolution of an artist, where you can, at any point in time, you're just regularly in there and you're regularly trying new things and you're regularly making adjustments and you're regularly just perfecting your craft. I think that it really allows your mind to go different places, and it allows you to sort of create different things that you can't do when you're just not in a habit of, consistently being in that studio, consistently being behind that mic. And we talked about you as experiencing music and some of the people that you were fans of and some of the people that influenced you when you were younger and as you became a writing artist. And then we talked about that time period of you being a writing artist and then transitioning to being a recording artist. And we did talk about, the plans for you to start getting some visuals out and some of the things you wanted to do uniquely with the visuals. Have you had a chance to get on stage and perform yet? I talked to a lot of people about that sort of last transition for an artist going from experiencing music, writing music, recording music, releasing music, and then performing the music and being in that same space and being in that same area and feeding off the energy of people hearing your music, and how that can also impact the way that you go and you record your music later on, and the way that you write your music later on, and even the way that you hear and experience music later on as you go through each one of these steps on the ladder. So have you had any experience with performing, and what's some of your plans for performing going forward for the rest of this calendar year?
Most definitely. I want to say it's damn near like all sort of kind of new. You know what I'm saying? Because it's some different shit than just rapping to your homies on the block or in the hood or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Versus being in the studio now, it's like I'm learning all this new repertoire, what I could add to myself, especially by being around other talented motherfuckers too as well. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to me getting on stage, I performed at a lot of other spots. I performed at the Aragona when DJ Chose came into town. I also performed at the 5 Bar out there with Vinny, you know what I'm saying? And then my place out here, you know what I'm saying, with Vesta, you know what I'm saying? So just doing little shows here and there, but I want to basically like tag as many shows as I can so I can get as much experience as I can, especially with different crowds and genres, you know what I'm saying? Not just rap and hip hop shit. I definitely want to go to one of those little poetry things that they be doing downtown, like at Sheila's, you know what I'm saying? Just so I can soak up the game and learn new material, not from other motherfuckers, or learn new material that I could possibly bring to the game artistically for myself, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that that's really important, that presence of mind of, watching and observing somebody, some of the dynamics with their live performances, seeing how different atmospheres change different things. I've talked to a few artists about last year. For me, was really one of those, was really that big step in my journey where I had, done some small performances here and there before, but we got a space up here at 203 7th Street where, it's an intimate space. And for me, having access to it all the time, being able to do a lot of rehearsals before the events that we had. We organized 3 events. 2 of them went off decently. For me, again, it was really a learning process. A lot of last year for me in different areas was about proof of concept. So I really just wanted to get in, get into the rhythm of doing rehearsals, figure out, which songs sounded good in the space, figure out what things that we could do with trying to get the acoustics to get better, get the music to sound better, figure out, what if we needed new amps, we needed new mics and things like that. So I spent a lot of last summer doing that. And for me, the thing that was the most impactful was just being able to get the repetition in of coming in the mornings and running through a rehearsal, coming in when I worked in the mornings at nights and going through a rehearsal and being comfortable enough where by the time we had the actual show, I had did 25 rehearsals. I knew which song sounded good. I knew which song, I knew the breath control I needed. And so I think that, it really is really important to get sort of those, that repetition in, regardless of how many people might be at the event, regardless if the people know the songs at the event, regardless of how you may even personally feel that the performance went. It's, adding that, getting those jump shots in, getting that experience in, getting that practice in, and just being accustomed to, being on the stage and what you can do with your stage presence and what you can add to the performance. And then again, allowing that to sort of have a reverberating effect on how you create music and what kind of music you create. So before we get when they with you with them white folks, they gon' kick your back. And when the captain asks what happened, they give reenactments. Niggas gon' sell they soul for them Benjamin Franklins. I'm gon' make it hard to live with the decisions they making. They gon' front on all them records like them niggas is gangsters. But in boardrooms, they gon' get picked by them racists.
Let me know, baby girl, just let me know. Baby girl, just let me know. Ay, just let me know what you want, cause after this, how could you find me? I'm out the way with them rolls and counting on stacking with fan freaks. I done this shit before and had it turn down me a damn piece. Shorty can see what I'm on and now she gon' wanna co-sign me. I had it took her finesse all alone, I'm hustling, stacking up times 3. She fucking with little niggas knowing I'm grown, so no you ain't gotta remind me. Shorty